Hey everybody, this is Delilah Fitness, and I did get a couple of emails asking me what's my take on apple cider vinegar. A couple of people have asked me that, and it took me a while to do this video because I've been pretty busy. So I got some time today, so I'm just gonna make it pretty short. So, apple cider vinegar. Now I'm gonna answer the question, and I'm gonna answer it as blatant as possible. I am not a big consumer of quick fix like band-aids. I'm the type of person, as a lot of you know that have worked with me, I'm more about the root, not the symptoms. So a lot of times what we'll do is deal with the symptoms, but we won't deal with the root of why the situation has happened. We'll just put a band-aid on it. And my take on apple cider vinegar from the people that I have dealt with that take it, how do I say this politely without hurting feelings? They will do the apple cider vinegar for a short expansion of time, but they will not change their eating consumption. Which, and I gotta say, which means alcohol, the white rice, the bread, and all of the gooey, gluey, starchy stuff that's really unhealthy. But a lot of people will, in the early day, take apple cider and make it a quick fix situation. Now, I have a problem with that only because it actually does more harm than good sometimes, because what you do is set your body up. And I've heard people say, well, I've tried apple cider and I've tried this diet and it didn't work. And I'm more of a lifestyle type of person, so I don't do diets. It's more my lifestyle. So at 53, I have been through the Atkins, I've been through keto and all that other stuff. And you know, people are going to come back in a couple of years and they're going to say, I tried it and, it didn't work. So I'm letting you know, I'm keeping it real, that I'm not a big fan of fad diets. I'm not that. Back to the apple cider. Now, apple cider is it's been around since the beginning of time. My grandmother used it. It's good at really, getting rid of belly fat. It helps out with your digestion. It helps out decrease sugar, like your insulin level. So what the apple cider does is that it lowers the insulin level, which decreases fat intake. A lot of times when we spike up our insulin level, with the sugar in the blood, what happens is that the sugar ends up being stored in your liver and your muscle. And what's left over, if it can't fit in the liver and muscle, it'll be stored as fat tissues. Now, I just want to let you guys know, the body doesn't mean to make you fat. The bottom line is that a lot of us are over consuming or maybe have a gland problem. And if you have a gland problem, please see your doctor. So I'm not talking about the people who have issues with their health and have spoken to the doctors. A lot of us consume a lot of processed food and overindulge, and we consume. And also with alcohol, it's empty calories. Alcohol is empty calories. You consume drinking alcohol. I used to drink too, and I too was overweight. I had a lot of excess adipose tissue, and it didn't really serve me as far as my health. I was working out at the gym, but I was still putting on more fat due to me not getting proper sleep. My rhythm was off, and me drinking a lot of alcohol. I too used to go and hang out at the bars and throw back some rum and coke. And rum has a lot of sugar in it. Some people will drink vodka because it's made out of potatoes. It's not that much sugar, but calories is calories, and at this particular point in time in my life, I'd rather use my calories for food than to use my calories for consumption of alcohol. So with that being said, yes, apple cider vinegar is great, and I'm going to let you guys know the best time to drink the apple cider vinegar is in the early day when you are on an empty stomach, in a glass of water, like a teaspoon, 1 or 2 teaspoons a day. Now you could drink it 3 times a day before your meals. It's going to actually really help out with your metabolism and help out with belly fat and bloating. Some people, which is good if you drink it on an empty stomach, breakfast, before your breakfast, put it in some water. And some people will drink it before their lunch, and then they'll eat it, drink it towards dinner. So that's 3 times a day. Very beneficial. You're gonna see some results. But also, with that being said, there are several types of apple cider vinegar out there. Now, you definitely should get the organic. Definitely get organic, and make sure it's filtered. Also, with that being said, make sure it has the mother in it. If you look at the water that I have, the vinegar that I have right now is cloudy because the mother is in there, and that's really beneficial to losing body fat. So if it doesn't have the mother in it and it's not filtered or organic, I would highly recommend that you put it down. And let's be honest, don't be cheap with your health. Don't be cheap. Some of these are like $20. You know, you got the Bragg's, $20, $25. Sometimes more, but when it comes to your health, I'd rather spend it on the something that would help me as opposed to me buying it cheap and basically doing me a disservice. And a lot of times with the cheap brand, it's cheaply made. And what happens is that it'll brittle the bones because when you're taking it, it doesn't really have the mother in it. It doesn't have the protein enzymes to help, keep the insulin level low. So what will happen is that you'll just be drinking like some acid that is not acidic. It's like it's not healthy. So I definitely recommend the organic. But with that being said, I'm going to be honest with you. You cannot run from a bad eating lifestyle. And also, with that being said, you could drink the apple cider vinegar, but if you're eating fast food and you're eating oily food all day, pizzas, tacos, burritos, and you just have vinegar in the early day, it's gonna help a little bit, but not as much as if you were exercising and change your eating consumption. Now, I'm not gonna say diet. You'll never hear me say diet because I don't do diets. I'm totally against diets. Totally against it. I'm the most anti-diet person on the planet. I don't do any dieting. But what I do is eat food that is conducive to my health. And my palate has changed. And a lot of us, because we eat processed food, it's going to take us a while for our palate, our taste buds, to adapt to change. And like with anything, change is challenging. So all I want to say is, yes, the apple cider vinegar is beneficial. But with that being said, make sure you get the organic filter. Also, exercise. Exercise is important. And your lifestyle, changing your eating consumption as opposed to eating out and fast food. Have a salad. And what I do with the apple cider vinegar is that I put it in my salad. Like I'll make my own salad dressing. Like right here, I got some cucumbers with bell peppers and I sprouted some lentils for protein. That's how I get my protein from my lentils. And I don't cook it. And I just put some coconut, sea salt, some coconut oil, cold pressed coconut oil, and I put some apple cider in it. So I got my apple cider right there as my lunch. But again, yes, apple cider is beneficial, but be consciously aware of how you play with your body. Up and down yo-yo diets where you do a month of detoxing with apple cider, and then you'll go back to your old ways, and then you'll break the detoxing with a steak or a chicken. If you are going to break your fasting or break it and go back into eating regularly, make sure you eat fruits and vegetables. Don't eat anything so hard on the system. All right, so that's all I wanted to say. I wanted to answer that question. I hope I did. I know I went around the block, but again, to reiterate what I said, apple cider vinegar is a win-win, but be constantly aware of the time you drink it, the quality of the apple cider, and how much of an amount that you're drinking. Remember, I said 1 to 2 teaspoons in water. 1 to 2 teaspoons. Don't go table. Go teaspoons. Tea. And also, just be very mindful also of how long you drink it. You got to be careful with that. Like when you're drinking, I say a month max out. Don't overdo it because it definitely affects the bone density. So you don't want to overdo a good thing. But also the most important thing is that even if you are doing it and you get off of it, clean up your eating. I know we're trying to dodge bullets here, but you can't dodge. You can't dodge a bad eating lifestyle. So that's it. And I got to be honest, and the alcohol, that within itself, between the apple cider, cleaning it up, and then the alcohol, that's like your body is like it's going through changes right there because you're giving it mixed signals. So if you are going to go and do the apple cider, clean up some of the rice, the bread, the carbs that are not really conducive to lean muscle mass or just being healthy beyond lean muscle mass. It's not so at 53 for me. It's not so much about how I look in my body. It's about how my internal organs feel. And what I take care of on the inside will take care of the outside. So I'm not really into how I look on the outside. It's a bonus, don't get me wrong, but it's how I feel in my body at 53. I'm not taking any medications. Any medication. I'm really healthy. I work out and I just eat clean, and I just really stay away from toxic energy. You know what I mean? And that's it. So I hope this helped you guys out, and I hope, I got to keep it real. I hope it, answered a lot of the questions from the email, and the people have been asking me about apple cider vinegar. I hope it answered it. If it didn't, just send me an email. We could set up an appointment. And also, I want to let you guys know, for those of you who are not working out, I highly recommend that you work out, even if you are doing the apple cider, because it'll help burn more fat efficiently. You know what I mean? So you'll get the win-win situation. You'll burn the candle at both ends instead of just doing one thing. You want to hit it and get a quicker result. Everybody, vegan, stay healthy. All right, guys. Love you.